One of the strangest regiments of renown, now that I know their lore, to me is probably the Ravens Herald. Their execution in Total War Warhammer is odd. Now, I don't think the Ravens Herald are a bad unit. In fact, I actually like them quite a lot in several of my compositions. They're flying, armor-piercing cav that, take a lot of damage very quickly if they are discovered. But this isn't actually what they do in the lore, unless I'm missing something. I've scoured some of the stuff, but the original Ravens Heralds are, before the time of the Sundering, they were riding around with a Narian, like the original king, the original Phoenix King. They were scouts, and after he died, they vowed to serve Nagaraith, his homeland, before, the Dark Elves became all dark and stuff. They ran around, they were scouts and saboteurs and stuff, but nowhere do I see it mentioned that they're flyers, and they also don't particularly use crossbows. The couple we are introduced to in the lore, they use long knives or swords. And they're frequently offered, they've offered aid, they've offered some reconnaissance services, but they also have a little bit of magic to them. So I think a flying missile cav with no magic at all and being squishy is particularly strange. And I think there are two better ways to implement them. If you insist upon having them do some hit and run with some crossbows, I could maybe see that. But then why wouldn't you do a Dark Rider repeater crossbow on the ground for significantly cheaper, but then just give them better than normal Dark Rider melee stats? So then you have a little bit of that hybrid, but also if they charge into melee, they do good damage. But honestly, what I would prefer over either of those options is just having them be a Dark Rider ROR, not even a crossbow at all. Not flying, probably give them magic damage, because in the books they show several times that they have some proficiency in spells. Probably give them stock or even unspottable, so that they just ride up on you, and you have no idea they're coming. Because that does happen frequently in the lore. Like, hell, even Alith Anar couldn't detect the Ravens Heralds coming up to give him news and stuff, because he used to be of Nagaraith, right, before the split. So he talks to several Ravens Herald throughout the books. And they're just, very elusive, very sneaky. And when they do some plundering and stuff like that, it's more hit-and-run stuff. So I would prefer to see them with magic attacks, maybe higher than average stats, and unspottable. And honestly, I think that's just fine. It's fine enough for a Dark Rider ROR. I don't really know why they became a flying skirmish cav. Not that it's a bad imitation, it just has nothing to do with their lore. Roar!
Subscribe, yes, yes.